Okay everyone, welcome back to Cruise class. In today's video we'll be looking at another example of finding the inverse of a function. We did a previous example. I'll leave the link to that video in the description. Now in this function we have not f of x, we have g of x, but it's no big deal, it's the same thing, right? So g of x is the function and that is equal to 5x minus 1 over 3. So to find the inverse, we still carry out the basic steps. Step 1, instead of writing gx, we're now going to write y. So we're going to say y is equal to 5x minus 1 over 3. That's step 1. Now step 2, as we did in the previous video, we are going to interchange y and x. So instead of putting y, we're going to put x, and instead of putting x, we're going to put y. And that will be step 2. Now from step 2, what we have to do is ensure that we make y the subject of the entire equation, right? So to make y the subject, what we have to do is say x times 3, which is 3x, will now be equal to 5y minus 1. And then the negative 1 over here will be a positive 1 over here, as you can see. And then the 5 that is being multiplied by the y, we have to divide by 5 here and divide by 5 here. So to get y, it will be equal to y equal to 3x plus 1 divided by 5. So we have just made y the subject of the formula. So y is equal to 3x plus 1 divided by 5. So this is basically the inverse. All we have to do now is just rewrite y as g inverse of x. So instead of writing y, we're now going to write g inverse of x, and that is equal to 3x plus 1 over 5. And that would be the final step, is to write it as the inverse statement. So therefore, 3x plus 1 over 5 is the inverse of 5x minus 1 over 3.